What is your, I know it sounds weird, but just try it thing? Take more risks just for the hell of it. I don't mean bungee jumping or robbing a liquor store. I mean talking to people you don't know, or calling customer service to ask for a refund on a disappointing product, approaching someone you think is cute to start a conversation, or take a class in something you love but know little about. In all these situations there's the chance you will be shut down or even publicly embarrassed, but you will get used to small disappointments and it will embolden you to take bigger risks in the future. Plus, you will be surprised how often things actually work out for the better. Going into a situation thinking you're doing just for the experience takes a lot of the pressure off too, and helps get positive results. Try eating a kiwi fruit like an apple. Just bite in. Ignore the fuzzy stuff. You won't recognize it. I always eat it like this. Not troweling. Instructions unclear. Arrested for eating endangered bird. Nose plugged. Sinuses filled solid. 12 drops of Tabasco sauce into 16 ounces of warm water. Stir. Drink. It's like swallowing heat. And a few minutes later, your tubes will be clear. If you feel a migraine coming on, chug a few glasses of ice water and give yourself the worst brain freeze you've ever had. It may stop the migraine. My aunt gave me that tip about 5 years ago after I had a terrible migraine that put me in the hospital. The very next migraine I got, as soon as I started to see the aura, I drank a bunch of ice water and gave myself brain freeze a good 3 times. It worked. The aura fizzled out and the headache never came. Since then, I use the trick every time, and I'll be jamed, it works every time. I have this contraption that flips you upside down and holds you by your ankles like some sort masochistic slaughter cow, but it pops your back and decompresses your spine, leaving you feeling like you just experienced a tantric orgasm. Inversion chairs. Get one. Yesterday, I microwave cookies. I microwave croissants. I microwave sandwiches. I microwave cake. It's amazing. Calm down. Applebee's. Getting naked in the shower with your SO and rubbing butts. I like it when we put our chests together and make a swimming pool with the water that catches, then releasing it all at once. Showering with an SO is fun. You can even do this alone by bringing your knees up to your chest and rocking back and forth gently. I haven't done this in a while, but when I was driving somewhere with a friend or two in the car, I'd tell them to scream as loud as they could. Like just really scream separately, and then together. It sounds super weird, but it feels kinda cool. There is really no time where there's something you can just do full force, especially living in the city, because you don't want to alarm others. Have the cops called. Driving in a car though, no one else will hear it. I've done it alone too, not in quite a while though. I dunno. Just try it. Sensory deprivation tanks. Put honey on your fried chicken, instead of on the biscuits. Waffles with peanut butter and maple syrup. Something my mom used to make for me called swamp water. Half A&W root beer and half sun-kissed orange soda. So awesome. Yes, you can use other brands, but I find these get the best result. A Bauer, half bath, half shower. They are especially great for hangovers. Lay down with your feet towards the shower, and let the warm, wet liquid cascade down upon you. Crack the shower curtain for that slight cool and caressing breeze on your face, and enjoy as all your tensions melt away. Salt on pineapple, and on watermelon. Actually, salt on nearly anything. People just associate salt with the flavor of salt, but in very small amounts, it just brings out the natural flavors in most foods. Dressing up as a dinosaur when going snowboarding. You're gonna look facing awesome. For the love of God, do your presentation first, unless I'm in your class. You get it done and over with, and there is zero chance of you having to follow up a stellar presentation and looking mad. Pepperoni pizza with ranch dressing. Common in the Midwest, not so common in New England. Put a donut in the microwave for 15 seconds. It will get much better. One time I got to work and was super starving and I found a stale donut from the night before in the break room. I put it in the microwave, thinking this might make it less stale and gross, but I microwaved it for too long. It caught on fire. I never thought eating Doritos with sour cream was weird until my husband caught me and said it was disgusting. He loves me, he is great, but the Dorito sour cream combo he just can't handle. A strange psychological phenomena. Our perception of taste is so hardwired to our sense of touch and sight that we can taste things without actually consuming them. Don't believe me? Tilt your hand back and pretend you're shaking a salt shaker onto your exposed tongue. In just a few seconds, you will taste salt. Crack a raw egg into your ramen noodles for 3 minutes before eating. You just keep cracking the egg for 3 minutes, as many as you can. The one for me this year was going for a single-bladed razor. I used to have awful skin irritation from my electric razors, and never much liked the expensive prices of those cartridge Stealth Smooth X350 things at the big stores. I looked into solving the irritation, and a lot of forums and places talked about using classic style safety razors. I browsed around /r/wicked-edge, Reddit's home of such folks, for quite a while before deciding to give it a try. I bought a starter kit, gave it a try, and I don't look back at all. My skin irritation is gone, and I pay roughly 20 cents a blade, each of which can last 2 or 3 shaves. I'd heartily recommend it to anyone and everyone. Let's be friends with benefits. Go to the doctor and get your earwax flushed out. It feels orgasmic and then you hear in high definition for like a week. I'm wearing leggings, and it's the greatest thing in the world. I'm a man. Going to the bathroom while naked at home. It's one of the most freeing experiences. Teriyaki sauce on pizza. Dry humping. Licking butt. I was afraid at first. Now she and I include it in our foreplay. Should I microwave it first? Just remember, if you do that, the filling will be hotter than the surface of the sun. Using tang in mixed drinks. My favorite is the astronaut screwdriver. 1 part vodka, 1 part Sprite. Add tang to personal preference. Cream cheese, along with normal cheese, in your grilled cheese. Peanut butter and bacon hamburger. Ordered one from a restaurant once because it was weird and immediately craved them for weeks after, to the point I was making them at home. Not a healthy addiction, but that sits delicious. Tickling your butt at the end of a pee. Taking care of my granddad currently. They moved next to me recently. He can't walk, so we help him stand when he has to pee. Second day, my grandma is like, look, if you tickle him here he pees more, and he did. What a life. Smell a new textbook. Put your face right on a page and inhale through your nose, letting your nostrils pack in that scent. Now flip the pages and smell again. Chicken noodle soup with peanut butter sandwiches. It sounds gross, but it's actually amazing. These are the sort of combinations you have when you grow up poor. Lol. Wear your socks inside out. Plus 35% more comfort in seconds. I'm too lazy to figure out if my socks are the right way out when I grab them, so it's a 50/50 on whether I'm getting this 35% bonus. Get Lossic. It's not as scary as it sounds and will seriously change your life. Freezing cold showers for 30 days. Like, all the way cold. There's a TEDx talk called Cold Shower Therapy, but basically, by starting every day by doing something miserable that you can 100% opt out of for real, logical reasons, and sacrifice what very well may be your only comfort for the day, you set the tone for the rest of the day and learn a lot about yourself in the process. You learn what common excuses you come up with, often calling them reasons instead of what they are, excuses. You learn the value in doing even little things the hard way. You don't have lazy days. All challenges seem smaller, and all painful decisions are easier to make. Not to mention the euphoria of a warm shower after your 30 days. Everyone I've ever talked into finishing 30 Albanian Lex days has loved it. Everyone who only took a few showers hated it, but everyone who finished loved it. You have to do 30 days because it forces you to do it on one of those not today mornings, which turns out to be the best days for a cold shower. Escargots, which is snail for those of you who don't know. Prepared right, they are so tasty. Never order them for lunch, however, will make you sluggish afterwards. Peanut butter on toast with honey and cinnamon also makes an excellent sandwich, but if you put the honey on the toasted bread first, it makes a delightful texture. Organ meats, livers, kidneys, hearts, etc. They sound gross and look weird and have weird tastes and textures, but if cooked correctly are delicious. It's something that can be made into a fancy meal from a very cheap ingredient like chicken liver pate. Take a 99-cent container of chicken livers and turn it into a $20 appetizer at a fancy restaurant. Taking a laxative. Make sure you do it on a day where you're housebound. You'll sit 3 or 4 times in 12 hours, but after that you don't need to do it for days. Man, it's liberating. I know it sounds weird, but just say sorry even if it was not exactly your fault. Let the whole issue drop and go on with your life. Use conditioner in place of shaving cream. It softens the hairs and makes for a super smooth shave. Vacation in a foreign country by yourself. This may not sound extreme, but I'm willing to bet more people than not don't have the guts to do this, which is understandable because it sounds crazy, but I assure you it is not. You'll have the vacation of a lifetime doing whatever the hell you want. Increase awesomeness level by not setting an itinerary and just going wherever the wind takes you, meeting new people and trying things you never thought you would. All of my best vacations were solo trips. Go ahead, try it.